to get it into this nozzle bit, if it'll go in. I'll just show you where I'm lining it up. Turn them over. I'm just trying to get it, this crease line lined up with this piece here, and then we just punch. And the next one, just squish it down a bit, get it to go in, and line it up with this, and I have to keep standing up to punch it out. And our last one here, if I can get him to go in, squash him down a bit more to get him to go in, and punch. So that's all of our punching done. Then we just, I hope there's not a shadow on there, the lighting's not real good today. After all, it is the first day of winter. So we just cut up these ones. I've already put my DSP on here just to speed things up a bit. And this is the top piece, which I need some tearing tape, and we don't go right to the end because it's got to usually leave a little bit at the end, because we've got to fold it up and bring that in. So this is a bit tricky to get off some days. Whoops, as you can see, this tape might be a little bit old. Oh. And then we just fold this down there, and then this has got to come in, and I think I still went a little bit too far, so we're just peeling it back. This one goes into here. Some tearing tape just on this bit here. And I've just noticed that this is actually a fraction too long. I should have adjusted that in my measurements. But we can always cut it off later. So this one needed that tape just to come about there on the end. This one to go in here. And I couldn't remember which tab we didn't need, so I left it on there. So we just cut this last tab off here. And this just folds in opposites. So I might get the trusty combo out for this. That one across that way. Just give it a few minutes. Hold that while we do the next one. Will be this one across here. And this one across here. One across there. And across there. Okay, now you can put a circle, cut a circle to go on the bottom if you wish. And I'm wondering, I've just got to get that to glue. And we've got a bit there, we'll just trim that off. Now for the lid, I've already done my lid. I had to adjust it because this is actually a teacup size. I had to adjust the measurements on this one. I've just punched holes in the top and just laced it up off camera because I thought it's going to take too long, and then I've just tied it in the bottom here. Hope there's not too much shadow there. And then we'll just cut these ones off because we don't need them now. The measurements will be on my blog later. And here comes a test to see if I grab the right lid to go on here. And it should fit. It's just a little bit of a tight fit there. On you go. So the lid goes on. And then all as I did for and this is the spout that goes on there, and we usually do our lid before we do our spout bit. If you want to know more on how to do the teacup and the teapot, if you go to Linda Parker on YouTube, she has a tutorial there with the teacups and the teapots. So now we can glue our lid. Glue this bit on. I'm wondering if I actually grabbed a smaller lid. Then this just goes on in here. This was the fiddliest part, making up the spout. Just got to give that a few minutes for the glue to take. And for the handle, all as I did was I cut a 2.5 inch circle and a 1 3/8, 1 1/4 circle. But I suggest you cut your smaller circle first and then your 2.5 inch one so that you can get it in the center. My first one I did it the other way around and couldn't quite get it in the center. And then we just put it onto the scoreboard and go, I put it on the 6 mark, and then I just scored either side 1/8 of an inch down. Right, time's getting away here. I've only got 15 minutes to do this. So, and then the handle just goes on here. If we can center in. Probably a bit more to the bottom to allow for the lid. Over, I'll slide him down a little bit more, almost down to the bottom of that DSP, and then you can either use glue or a glue dot just in the center there and bring them up together. And I will be putting a flower on the top of here. I just haven't cut it out yet. The lacing, you actually bring your ribbon up, out through the hole, and then go to the opposite, down through to the opposite again, down through and out. But I thought that was going to take way too long to get that to go. And I just hold that down there. Okay, now what this is going into is my exploding teapot. It's got the teacup element embellishments. Here's the lemon teapot spoon, teapot lemon. Put a happy birthday up here. This I used the negative, and I just put a Diamante in there. And then when you open it up, you have a little pocket here. I'll turn them around this way. A little pocket here, and this is my card that goes inside. I've got the teapot, put some sponging around there, and I've added a little teaspoon to here, and this bit here. I was going to add some steam to there, but it just didn't look right, so I just left it like that. And this is the inside of it, and the back. That was my stamp that I put on there. And my tone's just about up, so the teapot will actually sit in there. Put something in there. The card, I forgot to slide the card back in here. And if you want to know how to make the exploding box,